You stumbled across the retail therapy side of YouTube, and no, it's not retail therapy in the traditional sense. I'm not going shopping with you. I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm not giving you product recommendations. But what I am going to do is introduce myself in a moment here. We're going to talk about serious, funny, kind of all sorts of stuff. So thank you for stumbling across my channel, and let's get into it. I decided I wanted to make a channel based around everything to do with retail. Including some real life advice, horror stories, which I definitely have enough of, and some comic relief. Maybe you are thinking, where does she get off giving advice, especially when it comes to career advice? And absolutely fair enough. Just a little mini background on me. I've been in retail for 15 years with about 1 billion different companies. And now I've been in retail management for the last 7 years. So I have quite an extensive background in the retail world, unfortunately. So my intentions for creating this channel is just to give people a space to learn from my personal experiences. Feel like you're not alone if you are feeling stuck in the black hole of retail, and just vent and laugh through the hard times together. I want my channel to be able to reach everyone, literally everyone of any age, any gender, any status, you name it. So with that being said, I will dive into a little bit of a mini overview on my background and my experience in the retail world. So I worked my first job back when I was 16 at a small camera store in my hometown. Shout out to Sherry, love you, miss you. And from there I moved on to an array of just different small retail jobs until I landed at Hudson's Bay in Calgary. And I was working at the Clinique counter at the time. That was my first cosmetic / makeup job, and that is where I really fell in love with cosmetics and skincare, makeup, just kind of all of that. At the same time, that's also when I realized I absolutely hate retail and I want to get out of it so freaking bad. So with this newfound dislike of retail and newfound absolute love of skincare, makeup, blah, 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 I made the very impulsive decision to go to Vancouver to attend Blanche Macdonald Center, and that is the #1 makeup school in North America. And my goal then was to become a special effects makeup artist for TV and film. Spoiler alert, it did not happen. During my time in Vancouver, just to supplement my lifestyle, I was still maintaining my job at Hudson's Bay. This time I was with NARS, so a lot better of a company at that point. So even though I do have the schooling for film, I just never really gained the confidence to actually pursue it, which is really unfortunate because I actually was really good at it. But you know what? Hindsight's 20/20, and wasn't in the right place to be pursuing such a big jump from retail. I wasn't confident in myself. I wasn't confident in my skills. As much as I hated it, I just leaned back into retail work. It was comfortable. It was easy. I'm good at it, but I still hated it. And I've always just been trying to find something that I love in that retail space, hoping that it would change with a different company or a different province, anything like that. But it just never did. And that's when I realized that, wow, I really hate this and I need to find a way to get out of retail. Basically, that is it. I'll get a lot deeper into it another time, but this is a good start anyways. So I wanted to end this video on kind of a light note, now that you got to know me a little bit. Normally I like to maintain a lot of positivity in my life, but of course, working retail, there, oh my God, are about 1 million things I could tell you. So what I wanted to do to end this video is to tell you some of my customer icks, which holy hell do I have a lot. So let's get started. My best friend is sitting beside me. His name is Negan. He is a 4-year-old German Shepherd baby. He is still a puppy. He's a 4-year-old puppy, and I love him. And he'll probably make some appearances, which is fine. I love him. He's my best friend. Honestly, some of these are probably going to be a little bit petty, maybe a little unhinged on my part. But my first one is waiting at the door for me to let you in before the stores open, especially my current job. Like right now I work at the body shop, and shout out to the body shop, love you, going through some hard times. That's okay. We all do. But I have to bend down at the bottom of the door to unlock it. So it puts me in a super vulnerable position. It just makes me so uncomfortable, and I don't understand why you can't just wait a little farther back in the hallway to give me a little space. Okay, I need some space. Oh God, and I know I can't be the only one who feels like that. Another one, this kind of, I feel like I have definitely done this in my retail shopping. Like as a consumer, I've definitely done this, but it doesn't stop me from getting really annoyed by it. And it's asking me the price of something when it is super clearly marked. For example, Christmas gifts. There's always a big red sticker with a price on it. And without fail, a million times a day, people will ask, oh, how much is this? And I'll have to go up, and this is petty, I'll go up to it and be like, oh, let me just check. And I'll point my finger to the bright red price sticker. Like, oh, it looks like it's $15. And I know that's kind of mean of me, but let me use your eyes. It's not that hard. Another one, again, I feel kind of mean saying this, but it doesn't change my feelings. When customers come in, and this is specific to cosmetic retail, like skincare specific, when people come in, zero context, and they ask me, what do you recommend for my skin? And yes, it's 100% my job to open up that consultation and ask them some stuff about their lifestyle or their current habits for skincare, etc. But what? Like, do you just show up at a pizza place and be like, what should I eat? Like, okay, fine, whatever, to each their own. This is a big one. Snapping your fingers at me to get my attention. I would never. I couldn't imagine. I don't even do that to my dogs. And you're doing that to a retail worker who, first of all, doesn't even want to be there. And, well, maybe they do. I mean, I can only speak from personal experience. And just expecting them to come over to you like the petty little puppy they are. Oh my God, that one gets me. Also, pointing to a product on the shelf and saying, oh, I'll take that one. Hello, my best friend is looking at me as though he's enough. I love you. Yes, I see that you want that product. Take it off the shelf. So weird to me. I've never done that unless it's something locked up, like a piercing. Like you go to Claire's and you can get those, I don't know, nose piercings, whatever. And then you need help unlocking it, or if it's on a high shelf. But if it's right in front of your face, pull it down yourself. I don't know what the fuck. Oh my God. This next one, again, is probably just a personal preference. I was raised to be very polite, especially when you're going into someone's home or into a store. You're polite to people, right? And maybe it's just where I'm from, but it's courtesy to respond appropriately when someone asks, oh, how are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And so naturally, as a crusty, old, bitter woman, now it drives me up the wall when I say, oh, hi, how are you? And instead of, oh, I'm good, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. They'll just say, good. Okay, thanks, me too. I mean, I don't expect you to actually give two flying fucks about how I'm doing today. It's whatever, it's not your job to care. And I understand that, but out of common courtesy, wouldn't you just like, okay, whatever. Maybe that's just me being too sensitive. Also, another response is, I'll say, how are you? And then they'll just say, I'm just looking. Oh, okay. Like, I feel like people just have not been taught appropriate ways to respond to common greetings. What the fuck? I just ended up finishing the rest of my lips and my mascara off camera, but hello, hi. This is my mans. This is my favorite mans in the world. His name's Negan. He likes to bark at the window. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys so much, whoever you guys are at this point, for humoring me and watching this first video. I don't know what to expect with putting myself out here like this, but honestly, it's just kind of a really good way for me to vent and have fun. Just a nice hobby for now, while I work my way through my thoughts on retail. And feel free to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I do plan on posting there a lot more frequently. And yeah, that's all. Bye, Felicia!